This process is called the self-compassion break, and it's a process that you can use when you're feeling a little bit off, a bit out of sorts, and you're just needing to stop and give yourself a little bit of compassion, a bit of kindness. So I'd like you just to focus on your breathing to start with. The gentle rise and fall of your breath. Not trying to change it in any way, but just noticing your natural rhythm, the natural cycle of your breath. Just allowing your attention to be drawn inwards as you focus on your breath. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back to your breathing. I'd like you to think of something that you're experiencing at the moment that you're finding particularly difficult to deal with. A struggle, a trouble, a problem. Something that you're finding a challenge, where your emotions are flared up, you're feeling a bit of distress, and something that you intuitively know that you need to pay attention to. Something that it's possible you might want to avoid because it feels like too much. That's okay. We all have moments like this. And it's really important that we turn our mind to our emotions and our experience and give ourselves what we need. Give ourselves the compassion that we need. And as you're tuning in, I'd like you to see if it's located anywhere in your body, the distress or the emotion, just to see if you can locate it. And when you've located it, you might just want to put a hand there, just putting your hand gently over the place where you feel this distress. Just feeling the nurturing that comes, the self-nurturing that comes when you place your hand there. The comfort that's experienced when you place your hand there. Allowing your hand to warm your body wherever your hand is. And I'd like you to repeat these statements to yourself. This is a moment of suffering. This is a moment of suffering, a moment of hardship. Things are hard right now. Things feel difficult at the moment. Just repeating those statements to yourself as you're tuning in to the emotion and the feeling in your body. This is hard right now. This is painful. This is difficult. And just repeating those statements to yourself. You might also now say to yourself that you wish that you weren't suffering in this way. That of course You don't want to suffer in this way. And just noticing and tuning in and just saying to yourself that of course that you don't want to be suffering in this way. That's natural. Of course you don't want to suffer. You don't want to struggle. And you don't want to feel pain. That's perfectly natural. And just allowing whatever it is to be there. Allowing the feelings to be there as you repeat those statements to yourself. This is a moment of suffering, of hardship, and of course you don't want to be experiencing pain. Of course you don't. And just notice what happens to the feelings as you say these statements to yourself. Just notice what happens. Just noticing any changes. I'd like you to ask yourself, what is it that you need right now? What is it that these feelings need right now? What could you give yourself that would be most helpful to soothe the feelings, to ease the pain? What do you need to give yourself? And it might be an internal shift, like choosing to take it easy on yourself right now. Choosing to be kind to yourself. Choosing to let yourself off the hook just a little bit. That's okay. So it might be an internal shift, a softening, allowing yourself to be kind and compassionate at this moment of suffering. Or it might be something that you actually want to do. So you might take yourself for a walk or go outside or relax. So it might be an internal shift or it might be an action. Whatever it is right for you. And just giving yourself permission to give yourself whatever it is that you need right now in this moment of suffering. This is what you need. This is what would be most helpful, allowing you to move through the moment of pain and suffering. Allowing you to move through it, as opposed to remaining stuck. So once you've made the decision as to what it is that you're needing, choose to give this to yourself right now. Just allow it and give yourself permission to give yourself what it is right now in this moment of suffering.